least I don't do crystal meth in the bathroom all night long.
That's my opinion!
He will never emotionally fulfill you.
Because I don't want to be a part of it.
Go to sleep! Go to sleep!
Close your legs to married men, trash box.
I'll tell you how I'm doing. Not well, bitch.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Welcome to Morally Corrupt. I am Rachel Lindsay. She is Callie Curry. Let's get right into it. We missed last week because we were so caught up in Salt Lake City. Well, not we missed it, but we were very focused on Salt Lake City as opposed to some of the other shows. So actually, we're going to table Salt Lake City just because not a whole lot happened. And I feel like we'll have more with the part 1 and 2 to get into. And we're going to do Potomac. We got to come back because we got to talk about the angel of it all. Really in the Giselle too. We're going to talk Beverly Hills. We're going to talk Southern Charm. Potomac and Beverly Hills are on terrible trips. Both of them are on terrible trips. And then
which one's
Southern
worse?
Charm. So,
which
Beverly
trip
Hills.
would you rather be on?
I'd rather be in Colorado.
I think I'd rather be in Colorado too.
Yeah, because we know where they're going. They're going to Aspen. I just love Colorado. But Beverly Hills is a nightmare. And it's 102 degrees and they're in Sedona. And I don't know what's wrong with Sutton, but Erica had... Fine, we'll start with Beverly Hills. Erica had the line of the episode when she's like, I thought we were meeting Sutton Brown. Where's Sutton Strack? She was way more, I'm paraphrasing what she said, but she's basically like, she was way better. She's way more fabulous.
I mean,
Sutton Brown, where's she from in Georgia? Not Savannah.
Athens?
It's wherever the Masters is. Augusta. Isn't she from Augusta? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what she's bringing out.
I feel like I've actually liked Sutton generally a little bit more this season until this episode.
She's back.
How she's acting about the Avi situation, it's just so strange.
You know what? I don't find it strange. I find it very much so. It's very obvious that they had a falling out.
Clearly.
And
but about what?
She's very uncomfortable with the why of it getting out. Like even hearing Jennifer Tilly say, I thought that this was just a thing and it makes it seem like this has happened before. Like, I just thought it was only temporary. And then I realized it was a permanent thing. I don't think that she likes the way it ended. I think she's embarrassed about it coming out. And her being faced with it by a stranger and Amanda made her spaz out. Like she started spiraling. I don't think she's acting like a person who has something to hide.
Yes, that's what I mean. It just doesn't seem like everything's all good. And couple this with the Garcelle of it all, I think she's like, this makes it look like I'm the issue.
And she is. As you very much so pointed out, you've liked Sutton so far. But that can only last for so long. She is who she is. She is who she is. But also, if I'm Sutton, I would imagine that Avi signed an NDA. So I would have very much been like...
I thought about that.
I mean, he could talk if he wants, but he signs an NDA, so I'll see you in court.
Doesn't seem like she had him sign an NDA.
I know. Because he probably stumbled into this job. Like, they probably were friends, and he just kind of stumbled into it. And then it was too late. And she was like, oh, he's a friend. He won't do that to me.
Because when it was all brought up, she was like, I don't think he would say that.
And maybe because he has an NDA and she just didn't want to say that.
Say that? I don't know. I would have said it clear. I hope it gets back to him. I hope it gets back to him that I'm saying that.
Because I feel like he would have already I would imagine people have been reaching out to him to try to get him to talk. But it was also very interesting to me that Sutton didn't have the wherewithal or the social awareness cues to be like, to realize that her behavior was adding fuel to the fire. Like Erica's like, listen, the way you're reacting is making it seem like a bigger deal. Oh my gosh, can't think of names. We're on vacation here. Dorit is like, we have your back. At the end of the day, we have your back. But Sutton is like not wanting to hear any of it or even understand that her reaction is bad.
Like, no, I'm serious. I feel like she's in like another world because she's so frazzled by all of it that she like can't even compute what they're saying to her.
Yeah.
But the way
It
she was
feels that way.
acting, I was just like, are you okay?
It feels that way. But the whole trip, okay, so the purpose of this trip to Sedona was to relax, to release.
The
Sutton is
vortex.
releasing, yes, they're going to the vortex where there's all this good healing energy. Sutton is releasing Strack. She's stepping back into Brown, and there's the symbolism of all of that. So they're going to this quiet, peaceful place. And it was anything but. This seemed like the only thing Sutton organized was a private jet. And the living arrangements. Everything
it
else.
seems like she spent all of her money on those things and had nothing left over. Because, sure, call them high maintenance, whatever. We need a chef.
You need a chef. You need a chef, or you need to wake up and cook the chicken in a timely manner.
No, we need a chef. I don't want Sunstruck chicken. I could only imagine what that chicken tasted like.
The way she was beating it?
Yeah. With the gloves on. Also, Kyle being like, I'm actually a great cook, but like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah. Kyle had the right attitude. It just also, it was just such a mess. You're going at the hottest time. There was nothing cooling what they were doing. I get the vortex of it all. Like, I get that's just a hot thing. You suck it up or whatever. But nothing that they were doing was like, sure, there was a spa. But it's like, I get the timing of it.
Most of the year.
But I get the timing of it when they're filming. But I guess my thing is, why is there not a spa? Surely they have cooling options. The only thing I can think of is that because Sedona is such a quiet, peaceful town, that there were so many places they couldn't film. Right.
Yeah.
There were so many places because, do you watch Emily in Paris?
No.
Okay. There's a scene in there where they let her market something and their quiet little town becomes, everybody finds out about it. And it's just in 24 hours, it's just overwhelmed with influencers and tourists. And it just takes away what makes the town so great. The charm. Yeah. And so I feel like maybe that's what Sedona is trying to keep. Mm-hmm.
I was like, where are they in Sedona?
I've never been to Sedona.
It's very confusing. So that might be right. That might make sense. But again, then don't go there.
Sounds like she really wanted to get to the vortex. I didn't think it till I saw the airport. And listen, there are restaurants on tarmacs that people go to. They don't look like that. They don't look like that.
You know what else? I did think it was worth it for this episode. Watching Jennifer Tilly get up that mountain, she was fighting for her life in those cowboy boots. I was like, is no one going to help her?
No, she did not need to be helped. I thought it was a joke until, like, I was like, oh, she's just acting for the scene. And then when Sutton turned around and looked at her like, what the hell is going on? I was like, oh no, this is real.
She was on her hands and knees struggling up that hill.
Well, okay. Here's my question. They knew they were going to a vortex. They knew that it was going to be hot, and they knew that they were out in the wild. Only Kyle and Erica and Sutton came dressed appropriately. Amanda was in
a romper
and thong sandals. And I don't know if you have sandals like that. Like hers might have been the Valentino. They have the strap in between the big toe and the other toe. Yeah. Those are very uncomfortable to walk in. So you're telling me she walked 1.5 miles in those?
Apparently. But
they weren't even sweating.
Sense. When they got home, they were like, we're not doing anything.
Yes, they were exhausted. And let's also not forget that Jennifer Tilly was drinking red wine before she embarked on that journey.
Jennifer Tilly was on one the whole episode. I really enjoyed it. It's the most we've gotten of her, I think.
I like it for purposes of the show. She was clearly lit. They're like, does she talk this much? Sure. But she was drinking red wine in the heat. Like, she's dehydrated and drinking red wine.
With
she's like, of course, it was amplified. And I'm sure that there might have been an altitude thing. Like, all of it was a perfect mixture to get great TV from Jennifer Tilly, which I loved every bit of. The other part of that, so the other ladies go shopping.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to be very sensitive to this, but as a person who's done some fertility stuff, I was shocked Bose was drinking.
Oh,
I was confused.
Think about that.
I was so confused when the
Usually-
injections, you're not like the injections and the medicine and the egg retrieval, like you don't drink. So
No.
I was so like, I saw her drinking. And then when she was like, I don't feel well, the medicine, when she was talking to Callie, I was just like, I'm so confused.
That is a great point. I did not think about that at all. Most of my friends, which again, everyone's different. So, I don't want to say like they're right and she's wrong. I don't know. I've never done it. You have much more expertise. But most of my friends that did IVF, not only did they not drink during IVF, they generally didn't drink like leading up to it a little bit because they were like, I want my body to be in like the best shape possible. People don't want to have to do IVF more than once.
Yeah, I was like, the heat, the drinking, the lack of food. I was like, no wonder Bose
doesn't feel well.
feels so bad because everybody's body is different. I know some people who bloat, who really have a tough time with it. And I know some people who are not even phased. So, you just never know how it's going to be. So we get Bose in that state. But then I was also like, this is what I'm impressed with these women. First off, I would have gone to bed. There's no way I would have gone to bed hungry. I would have eaten some chips. There's no way I would have stayed up till 1 a.m. to eat a full meal. I just would not have.
Also, it's not even a full meal. It's some random chicken that Sutton put together.
And pasta. She said pasta primavera, but I never saw that. I just saw like pasta.
I also she said pasta and then someone was like, just give me a dab. Or like, give me a, what'd they say? They said some word that I was
It was dab. It was dab.
Yeah,
it was Jennifer Tilly and it was dab.
Pasta?
It was a dab.
What does that mean?
It was because Kathy goes, yabba dabba doo.
Okay, then dab. Yeah, a dab of pasta. I was like, what is a dab of pasta? What kind of pasta are they eating?
My dad uses the word dab, so I'm quite familiar with that.
A dab?
So give me a little dab of
Okay,
that. Give me a little dab of that.
I've heard of a dab, but of pasta? What do you want? Like 2 noodles?
She had that like colorful pasta, that tricolor pasta. Did you see it sitting in there? That's why I was like, where's the pasta primavera? I see the tricolor pasta. It was just a lot. But one, that they stayed up that long to eat. And 2, that like Bose and Jennifer Tilly came down in full glam to cook. Well, Bose didn't cook, but like they were in full glam.
So did Sutton.
I was
Sutton
so
came down in a
confused.
strapless silk dress.
I loved that dress, by the way. I actually loved that dress. I actually really need to know where that dress came from. But she didn't, I didn't see her glam team. Jennifer and Bose had a glam team. But
also
I was
when
so
Bose's
confused by
assistant came
this.
in, this whole episode,
Okay.
now that we're talking about it out loud, was weird.
I just realized that she was on the trip when that happened because that was at the beginning of the episode. For some reason, I thought she was at home.
No, they
Even
were
more
already
wild.
there. They were already there. Her assistant like comes in and she's not even like, hi. She was like, I wasn't saying I wanted that now. And the assistant was like, oh, okay, I'll take it back then. She was like, thank you. I was like, this interaction is so weird.
All of it. All of it, all of it, all of it. It was just the best part. Thank God for Amanda. As annoying as people may find her or as unpleasant,
God. I
she
do find her
brought
annoying.
exactly what we needed. She brought you got to give her credit. She brought exactly what we needed. And then she wouldn't stop. Even when they left and they go to the airport diner and she's like bringing it back up. And then when Sutton's like, please stop. And then she looks at Sutton and she said, do you cry often? That's what we needed that. We needed that. What is Dorit giving us? What is Erica giving us? Other than the voice, like what are they giving us? So I'm very grateful for that. And it looks like Amanda, it carries into the next episode. We're getting even more.
Yeah. Amanda doesn't like, she's on her own planet.
She doesn't even want to be friends. She doesn't even want to be friends with these women. This is a platform
seem
for her.
like it. Yeah.
And Erica called that out. I don't think she cares at all to be friends with them. And I'm fine with that. For one season.
Also, her on her business meetings, I was like, okay, girl.
You know these type of people, Callie. You know these type of people.
They're not my friends.
They're not mine either. You know these type of people who are constantly trying to prove themselves or one up. When Erica was like, we get it, girl. We all have business. We don't need to hear you talk on your calls. Or when she walked in and she was like, I have a Chanel backpack. It's like, just say you have a backpack if somebody needs to carry it. We see the C's.
Or her being like,
And
I love Python bags. I have a lot of them. I have a lot of them. And they were all like, oh, Jennifer Tilly was like, oh, okay.
Everything. Or when she's like, they're like, what's the Sedona shopping scene? And she's like, there's a Sedona shopping scene. It's like, just because you don't see labels everywhere doesn't mean that it's not a cool, artistic, one of a kind. Like you don't know how to appreciate that. All you know how to appreciate is a label, which we know that for how she boarded the jet from the beginning. It's very nouveau riche. But the funniest part of the entire episode to me was when Kathy was cooking and she's moving around the kitchen and then the camera zooms in on the towel stuck to her foot. And
How does he not feel that?
It's Kathy. She has no idea. And she's continuing to walk and the camera work is great. The camera work's filming that towel like the towel was one of the women on the trip. The timing was, I actually laughed out loud. The timing was great. It was great comedic relief for that moment.
It was a hand towel.
It was huge.
And it was just like getting drug around by her wedge.
And she was just shuffling
she had
around.
No idea.
It was so good.
Kathy is comedic relief. The only other thing that even happened really in this episode was Kyle talking to Erica about Dorit and just being like, I don't know what she wants from me. Mo saying these things. And Erica's just like, you should just be quiet. Like, you're asking too many questions. You're getting opinions from too many people. You need to just be quiet.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Kyle doesn't want to be friends with Dorit. I think that's also very obvious. The fact that Dorit has continuously said, this is what I need from you out of a friendship. The fact that she has continuously been like, please stop doing this. Can you be this type of friend? And Kyle keeps doing it. Kyle has no interest in preserving her friendship. No interest.
On Watch What Happens Live, did you see that? Dorit was on Watch What Happens Live.
No.
She looked as solid. I don't want to talk about her looks, but I don't know if she doesn't have her glam team anymore or what's going on.
Now I have to go look.
Please go look, because her appearance is startling. Let me just say that.
Because she looks good. I thought she looked great on this trip. Very low key, but it worked for Sedona. Maybe not for Watch What Happens Live, is your point. Who was she sitting next to?
Who was she sitting next to?
Because that could intensify it.
What else comes on? What else comes on Thursday? Oh, I think she was with Mercedes from Shaw's.
Okay.
No, please just go look. Go look and let me know.
I will, and I will text you. I will, and I will report back.
They ask if she's friends with Kyle, and basically they're like, it gets much worse.
Okay.
So they're not friends, to your point.
And I think listen, it is very obvious Kyle's is not respecting the boundaries of the friendship. It really is. And Erica's like, stop. Erica gets it.
Doesn't seem like Erica's friends with Dorit either. So it'll be interesting.
Well, not now. Yeah. So she'll be clinging on to both. I mean, it seems like they have a real friendship, but yeah. Or maybe that's why she's, trying to rectify things with Sutton. Who knows? Potomac. Let's talk about Potomac. We haven't talked about it in a while. The ladies are in Colorado. They're in Colorado on Angel's trip.
Just last week, I tried to stand up for Angel.
She's at a loss of words.
This trip is. Have we seen something like this before?
Production must hate her. I was watching, I think it was Giorgio Says on TikTok, and he actually apologized to Angel because he's like, I have not been Team Angel. But he said after talking to some of his sources related to the show and based off this last episode, he said it is very clear to him that production set her up. He's like, it's like she didn't know, like the house, like they picked that house, they picked the location. She didn't see it till apparently till a day before the ladies came. There were some concerns she had. She raised them with production. They didn't fix them. Apparently, that very awkward scene where those men were smoking a cigar and just looking at them, they had shot that several times and maybe even before the women got there. So it's like they got these different reactions and made it look more awkward than it actually was. And then I can't remember the other thing he said.
I need more information on that. I need more information on that.
According to Giorgio says.
Because I was like, what the fuck is happening? Why are none of them standing? Yes.
Are you watching the zoom in?
It's only zooming in on you. I don't know what's happening on your side. Why are none of these men standing up? Why are none of these men talking? Like, it could not have been more awkward.
It couldn't have been more awkward. And the other thing that I will say that is like a pro-Angel argument is, I was like, is this a girls' trip? To the girls' complaint. And I was like, or is this an opportunity for you to showcase all the things that you have going on? Because she's like, this guy runs my foundation. This guy runs this business. And I'm like, okay, we don't need you.
This guy works with ultra wealthy people. And when I say ultra wealthy, I mean bees. Okay.
Yeah, like that. It's that Amanda mentality. They both have that disease.
I don't know, but there were some decisions that it seems Angel made that production were not a part of. Why the fuck did the table, why was it 200 yards away from the house? Why were they walking through the field to this table? The table could have been 10 yards away from the house.
Yeah, I think it was probably to showcase how much property she had.
That's what it was for. But I'm like, I can see. I don't need to walk through the field. Then why are you telling them like, yeah, let's have a pajama jam? And then did you not feel like she was being a pick-me to her own husband? Well,
this is where I defer to you as a married woman. If a spur of the moment thing, somebody says, hey, we're going to have a summer party. Would you be like, hold on, let me check with Seth? Or would you be like, okay, great.
I would probably be like, oh, that sounds fun. I just need to tell Seth, like, this is what's happening. Make sure we're good. But I would not be like, let me ask Seth if I can do. No.
Let me ask Seth and make sure he's okay because it's the way she said it. Let me ask Bobby. Because Bobby will have been with them all day. And it's like, but then that awkward moment where, yeah, you're right. It's totally pick-me behavior. Because that awkward moment where she and Bobby were talking and she was telling him about the sleepover. And he's like, I mean, it's going to be a horrible time, but you can go if you want. So he's literally like, go. And then she's like, but then he couches it with his opinion because he said it's horrible. This is where the pick-me behavior comes in. Yeah. He said it's horrible. So now he's like, do you want to go? And she's like, no. And then you wonder why the ladies feel the way that they do about you. Like, who is Angel? Who is
I don't know. Because in the moment she was like, yeah, no, let's do that. Let me just, first of all, I also wouldn't have said, let's say Seth had been with my kids all day, right? Mm-hmm. Or our kids. Been with our kids all day. I understand her being like, I just need to talk to him about it. Mm-hmm. I'm not telling my friends that that's what I need to talk to him about.
Yeah.
I would just be like, yeah, that sounds great. Let me talk to Seth. Her being like, yeah, that's great, but let me talk to Bobby because like he would have to put the kids down and like he's been with them all day. I would be like, bitch, what? Those are his kids too. Mm-hmm. So it's like, why did she have to say that part? Then when Monique was like, that's just being a dad, which we'll get to Monique. But Angel did get very defensive when Monique said that.
She
put her hand up like, don't go there. And
actually,
prior to that moment, I was very much on the bandwagon of Monique, you are projecting, you're doing too much. Just because he plays football and your ex played football and you're seeing things that remind you of your relationship doesn't mean that they're the same.
Yeah, she needs to stop that.
Then watching this whole dinner, multiple moments of the dinner, the hand up, the having to ask Bobby, the men not standing up, all of the things combined. Also, like Bobby, like not really greeting them, Bobby getting out and putting a jacket over just Angel, and then the rest of them were just supposed to like walk into the house in the rain.
Yeah. Yeah. That was
all of these things combined. I'm like, Monique, you need to start projecting, but you might also be right. Two things can be true. Mind your business, but I think you're right.
I totally forgot about the rain. That was wild. That was wild. Like, I cannot imagine a man in my life being like, hold on, let me get you some umbrellas, or hold on, I'll come back for you.
Yeah.
Or I don't care how rude the women have been. It's like Angel and Bobby are in their own.
I would make you want my husband to take care of them before me. I'd be like, I'm fine,
They're in their
go get
own
them.
world. They're in their own world. Were there any women friends there for Angel? Outside of this group?
I don't think so.
And I've said this before, and I'll keep saying it. For her and Kay to be so close, I'm not seeing it.
Mm-mm.
Other than Kay being the one who gets to stay in her house, obviously, Kay, we know, is very opinionated, is not a stranger to confrontation, and I just don't understand. I know that she's like kind of high off the altitude there, she's struggling. But even in Potomac, she's that way. When they're in Potomac, I just don't see her really having Angel's back. Like, if my friend had been like, if we'd been sitting at a table and somebody would have been like, Callie, this picture doesn't look like you, it's a catfish, I would have something to say.
Yeah.
I'd give Kay a pass if Kay didn't have that personality, but we know that she does. And so I'm just not understanding this dynamic, and I wish we would have gotten that at BravoCon, but obviously the season had not come out. But I really hope that that's something that's covered at the reunion, because Angel seems to be standing by herself.
Yeah. I don't know how close her and Kay really are, because
it feels that way, right?
Yeah, but how close is Angel with anyone? It's really hard to get close with her from what we've seen. Also, when she had the women doing the meditation and she was like sitting up watching them, I was like, why aren't you doing this with them? Are you a camp counselor or are you part of the group? It feels like she's constantly wanting to make it seem like she's better.
She's like the Lisa of the group. I live a very different life from you guys. That's the and I honestly think that that's the energy. It's such a good point that you said that, because I think that's the energy that she came in with. I'm a part of Housewives, but I'm not one of you. I'm above it all. I'm about to elevate the game. That's like, this is us, and we have our business in Colorado. We have our big house. Bobby played 10 years. I'm still married. I'm not like y'all.
We sit on 36 acres. I'm like, okay, in Colorado Springs? Cool.
Yeah.
By the way, when I actually saw the map, because I know you talked about, I think you talked about it last week or the week before. Way too far. Everything's too far.
It's too far. It's too far. But I think that's part of a production storyline. And some people might say we're a little hard on Angel, but I think my expectations were too high. I was happy
to stand up for her.
You did. But I was happy that she was coming in, because I was like, oh, she and Kay have a real friendship from years back. And I was excited for that duo to come into the group. And it just hasn't been that. I never in a million years did I think that so much of the storyline would be wrapped around her. But I mean, I don't know how I would have reacted the moment that I heard that there was no water or whatever. I probably would have been like, let me find you guys another place. Like, she seemed very nonchalant about it. Like, oh, well, they didn't call me and tell me. It's like, well, this is still your trip, and I just wouldn't want that attached to my name. So I would have been like, if I'm big and bad and I'm connected in Colorado and all that, I would have immediately been like, let me find you another place to stay.
Yeah. And the fact that they're all about to leave and go to the Four Seasons, like, I'm like, I don't know if we've ever had that on a cast trip. Like, even the women in Beverly Hills, they're staying in the house.
I died because when Giselle goes, I'm getting us out of here. And I was like, that's the energy that I'm taking. I'm getting us out of here.
But
We're going to a town.
Stacey went, like, the fact that it wasn't just
would you
Giselle
not
and Ashleigh
go?
complaining. But Giselle and Ashleigh have been giving Angel a hard time.
Yes, they have, unnecessarily.
Yes, but this seems like everyone's on the same page. So this is on Angel, not on them.
When Giselle bent over to show how she was cleaning herself, aka a hoe bath, that was enough for me. I mean, who would pass up the Four Seasons to stay in a place? I'm not even an Airbnb person. Like, if I'm on vacation, I don't want to have to cook my own food unless we're doing a chef. Like, it is not appealing to me that I don't have the amenities that come with the hotel. No, I don't have, if I'm on vacation, I need to be in a hotel. I do not like the amenities that come. Are having a lack of amenities. I am not thrilled by a group trip in an Airbnb. I'm just not.
Me too. I need my own bathroom. I need to be able to order room service whenever I'd like. I need someone to come in and make my bed every day.
Yeah. And y'all might think that we're snobby for that. It's called a preference. And I would have been on the fastest thing to the Four Season. Well, and let me say this.
Honestly,
if we're not,
be happy they stay tonight.
Yeah, if it's not a group trip. Like, I shouldn't say if it's not a group trip, but this trip was purposely supposed to be everybody bonding together in the house. Then I'm suck it up and I'm going to be a part of it because I want to be a part of the bonding. And I understand
not if 3 people are staying somewhere else.
That's what I'm saying. That I'm talking about the initial idea.
Oh, yeah,
You would think everybody's staying together, and then that makes sense. You know, you do a bachelorette party, you do a big group, you want to have a place you can all gather. It makes sense. But the moment I found out that you separated us, the group trip is ended. I need to be in a hotel.
We're done. Yes.
Yeah.
Agree.
Because basically that's what the other women are saying.
But even if we're all under the same roof, if I don't have a shower, I'm good. I'm leaving. I'll come back. I'll come back in the morning.
Well, the good thing is, it seems like they're going to Aspen. Now, I don't know if they're staying overnight in Aspen or if they're just going on a day trip, which still is what, a 4-hour drive?
There's some issues because Giselle was like, the girls will decide.
Oh, that's right, of where they're going to stay.
Yeah.
And you know they'll be Team Giselle.
Yeah.
You know they'll be Team Giselle. I'm looking forward to next week, but...
Yeah, me too.
Can I tell you the part that annoyed me the most was at the top of the episode when Angel's like, we're going to get down to the bottom of this issue when they're talking about the realtor thing, which I think is such a stupid issue. And I really wish Giselle and Ashleigh would leave it alone. If you got more information, then put it out there and let's put this to bed because it's ridiculous. Her saying she wanted to pay only $1,000. I'm sorry. I just can't believe that. If you got proof, then put it out there. Why are we dragging this out? But the part that annoyed me the most was Angel's hat. I want you to go back and look at it. It was a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
The brim was so fucked up that I couldn't focus on anything else that was happening because half of it was curled up and the other half was flat. And as a cowboy hat wearer, I hope when they go to Aspen, she goes to Kimosabe and gets another one. Because I thought, what is nobody gonna I would never let you walk out the house like that, Callie.
By the way, I love Kimosabe. But Angel being like, it's a celeb haven. I don't care.
Well, it is. It is, though. They made her say that. They made her say that, though, Callie. They made her say that.
That means nothing to me. Just say
Callie.
Fun. It's a fun place. There's a bar. There's good music. And you get to make custom hats for $2,000.
They made her say it. They made her say that.
She wanted to say it. They may have made her, but she gladly accepted.
They made her say it. And
she
I am
said
thrilled.
Celeb Haven and her shoulders moved.
They made her say it, though. And you're right. 2 things can be true. I am excited for Mauricio to be a part of it. I just love that he can't get away.
Me too.
This I love. I do hope he's dancing on a table. It's not ski season, so sadly we won't get a Cloud 9 moment. But you know, I do hope he's on there more than that, just that quick moment. I do hope so. Last but not least, let's hit Southern Charm. I really don't think anything happened except for at the end.
I think the only thing that matters from this episode is that Sally wants Craig. Craig makes it clear he does not want her. Craig goes to a bar with Austin and Whitner and Rodrigo. Is there anyone else there? And
Austin? You said Austin?
Yeah. And Austin and Craig get into it again. Then Austin goes and tells the entire group of women exactly what Craig said. And then your girl, Venita, acts extremely weird again.
Yeah, we have to be missing something. It is weird.
But that is basically it. I don't think that Craig has like really led Sally on. From everything that we have seen, it does not seem like Craig likes her that much.
I think he does. I believe the Rodrigo and the Austin of it all, and even the Sally. I think that he is giving her a lot of attention. I think he knows Sally likes him, and he's flirting with her.
Sure.
And even if at the end of the day that he's going to pick her, he's going to say we're just friends. If you know somebody likes you and you flirt with them, you're leading them on.
Okay, I can say that. I just think that like from what we've seen, he clearly likes Charlie more. And I just feel like if I had been in someone's hot tub enough and we've never even kissed, I might think maybe he doesn't like me that much.
I probably would too, but there are people who who see what they want to see and tell them things. Like she probably was like, he's just coming off of a breakup. He doesn't know how to make the first move, but if he didn't want to spend time with me, he'd say it.
I think Craig could have been more clear that he doesn't like her. And I also think Sally could have picked up on some things. I also think it's fucked up for Austin to go straight from the conversation with Craig into a room of women and tell them exactly what he said about Sally and throw a little he threw a little sauce on it to make it worse than what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. This is what Craig is talking about. I don't know if you saw Rodrigo's thing in the after show, but he was like, you were laying on your stomach, kicking your feet up in the air.
Heels in the air.
And literally like, let me tell you what.
Yeah,
let me tell you what. Now, did we love watching it? Absolutely. But these are the moments that Craig is talking about when it comes to your friendship. Like, Craig is wrong for leading her on, but Austin does, like, that's a betrayal of friendship.
Yes.
Like, I mean, Rodrigo did say some stuff too. Like, Rodrigo was the one who was like, and don't make it weird for Charlie. Charlie's going on a date with him.
That was my favorite moment of the episode. Because also, Rodrigo was drunk.
So drunk. He was slurring his words when he said that. So good. So good.
But yeah, Austin's behavior, I was just like, you can't do this and then be like, Craig's not a good friend. You're not a good friend either.
Right.
I also think that when him and Craig were going back and forth in the restaurant, Craig, I don't think you should have said all those things about Sally. You like her enough to spend time with her. So even though you guys, you may have not been romantically into her, and according to whoever else, he would have never been because she had already slept with Shep, and he said he'd never be with someone who slept with Shep. So it doesn't seem like there was ever a future for them. You liked her enough to be friends with her. You were hanging out with her. So don't say like she's a tornado, she's chaos. But it did seem like Austin was trying to kind of get him to say stuff and then would act so offended when he said stuff. And Craig was like, I'm not saying she's a bad person. And Austin was like, Sally has a good heart. And Craig was like, yeah, I'm not saying that she has a bad heart. Like, why are you saying that? And then Austin was like, Craig said that you had a bad heart. Like, he just wanted to have something to bring back to them. And Craig gave it to him.
Yeah, because wasn't it Austin's like, let's go crash their sleep? The way he ran up the steps to the door. By the way, Madison's house is so beautiful.
It's so cute. Austin was in the house for 30 seconds before he was on his stomach with his ankles click-clacking.
So good.
Eating popcorn,
so
getting ready. He was like, so yeah, basically he's mad at Sally, which Craig wasn't even mad at Sally.
No, but Craig really does. I think Venita said this. Craig lives in his own world, and he really does, because in the after show talking about this episode, he still is like, Sally's a great girl, but like doesn't see how he led her on. He really, it's like whatever he believes, and that's it. End of story.
Yeah, like he should have been able to watch all of this back and been like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have been in the hot tub with her for weeks at a time until 4 a.m.
Yeah. And that's where I'll say with Austin, it's like, if that's how Craig thinks, Craig can't make any type of concession, Craig can't see the other side of things, then that's very frustrating for a friendship.
Very frustrating.
Because how do you have conversations with someone if they're like, nope, that's my opinion, you know? And then and that's just where it goes. Like Austin and Craig just shouldn't be friends. They just shouldn't.
Speaking of shouldn't be friends, Sally and Venita, I think, shouldn't be friends.
Yeah, I will say, and I'm not just saying this because I do like Venita, it was a weird cut. If you go back and watch it, from Venita saying, you know, Sally's like, well, why should you be mad? What would you have to be mad about, or whatever she says? And then it hard cuts, and Venita's like, I'm going. It just felt weird, like we missed something in between. But I'll still stand by what I've said from the beginning. And I think somebody told her this, like, you got to let it go. Like, you don't need an I told you so moment. You don't need to be right in this. Yeah, no, I know. You don't need to be right. You don't need that. Just let it happen.
Why would you want to be right?
Well, she said that. She was like, what did she say? She's like, I forgot what she said, but it was along the lines of, I don't want to be right in this situation. She's like, but that's all you've been trying to do.
Yeah. Also, she was like, I don't want to have to say I told you so. Yes, you did. You were fucking grinning from ear to ear when Austin was saying these things. Yeah. And I was just like, if that is your real friend, if Sally is your real friend, you wouldn't be happy that this guy is saying these things.
Yeah. No, I agree. She
couldn't wait to be like, I told you so. I don't want to say it, but I told you so. And honestly, that's agree not with a good Sally. Friend. Why do you have to be, what do you have to be mad for?
Yeah, that's not a good friend. Like, you don't gloat in being right. And that being right ended up hurting your friend's feelings. Like, your friend's clearly embarrassed. And she said that. Like, it's embarrassing. This guy is talking to his guy friends about how much of a hot mess you are. And like, no. And you clearly had a thing for him. And then it goes back to, it ends with, you're not okay, but your friend is. Like, that's embarrassing.
Yeah. Then her being like, I'm leaving. And Sally was like, why are you being dramatic? And she was like, oh, I'm so dramatic. Venita,
yeah,
what?
I need her to explain it. It really felt like a hard cut, even though I still don't understand what would make you need to leave that situation.
Yeah. Everyone was just like, okay.
Both of them, I lean to Sally on this, but both of them are just so not, because Venita's like, why didn't you tell me? And Sally's like, you told me not to tell you when it goes
you told me not
wrong.
To talk to you about Craig.
And then it's like, and this is why I didn't tell you, because look at you gloating about the situation.
Exactly.
And listen, I do understand from the very beginning that you clearly have an issue with this guy, and this girl who's you become super close with wants to date him. Yes, but then you have to let it go. If you're going to stay friends with someone, you can't keep bringing that up. You have to accept it, change the boundaries in the friendship, and move on. You can't keep bringing it over their head. You have to walk away if you can't get past it.
That's why I'm like, you were right, Venita. Like, congratulations. I think a lot of people probably agreed with you from the very beginning. But like, your friend can do what they want to do.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Also, I have to say, I think we've said this every single episode, but like, more Molly, more Rodrigo. Molly's facial expressions during all of it were amazing.
Molly's great.
Also, little Charlie didn't know what to do when Rodrigo said that. I was like, oh no, Charlie's.
It was never going to be great. And the more
No.
people it was always going to be bad. And this was the worst possible scenario for Sally to
And
find out.
Charlie's going on a date with him. Charlie was like,
And in Rodrigo's defense, he didn't know Sally didn't know that.
I know.
But gosh, it was, I kept thinking, I was like sitting on the edge of my seat. I was like, is somebody going to say it? Is somebody going to say it? But also if I'm Charlie, I'm very unattracted to Craig by the things that I'm hearing, but that's just me. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think
it seems like
I don't want you
something she
talking
said
about
on
my
the
friend.
after show. Yeah, it seems like something she said on the after show makes it seem like that's not a thing. But
It doesn't seem like it is.
Yeah.
But
But we'll see.
yeah, I don't know. Enjoying
We'll
the
see.
show. Lots on TV right now.
There's lots. I'm still need to catch up on The Valley, Persian Style, and Traders. Because I
yeah.
need to really get into my manifesting of being on it.
It's so good, Rachel.
But yeah, I hear.
And-
I hear.
and-
But
and-
I'm also
and
getting tagged in a lot of
your
stuff.
bachelor brethren is really leading the pack right now.
But that's what I'm getting tagged in. I don't know much, but apparently people are not liking the way he's dealing with Black women.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
I'm getting tagged in a lot of stuff that's like, well, just ask Rachel Lindsay because they had a public feud, which that was so many years ago. I'm not feuding with him, but yeah, like there's history there. But I'm getting tagged in that. So I don't know what's going on because I haven't started it yet. But
Yeah, he had a back and forth with Tiffany from Big Brother, but that's like
I don't watch
it.
Big Brother.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
But I do know
I
who
don't
the
think it's
traders
been-
are.
But he,
Did you tell
yeah,
me?
but-
No, I learned Monday.
I was gonna say, but he has been annoying in general. But I wouldn't. Maybe I'll look out for it next couple episodes. But he did have a back and forth with Tiffany, who is a Black woman. But that's the only thing that I've really seen him say or do about anybody.
That and his fashions are the only thing that I'm getting like tagged in. But yeah, I can't wait to see it, especially knowing who the traders are.
Yeah, so good. Please watch, and we will be back next week.
Yeah.
We're not sure which shows yet. We kind of like wait and see which shows are good.
Yeah, like we try to see which ones pop off, which these 3 definitely popped off. But we won't be here Tuesday we won't have a Tuesday show because Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So we want to honor that. But we will be back Friday with
Oh my God,
3
my kids don't have
shows.
school?
Yeah, you might need to check on that.
Okay. I'll do that.
You might need to do that. And for anybody else who's in Callie's situation, you might want to check on that. But until then, guys, have a safe, long weekend, and we will see you guys on Friday. Bye.
Adios.